Hello everyone. So I asked on my YouTube post if people wanted to see a lost match with commentary on all my mistakes. Because I don't believe that I should hide my losses, and I believe that it's a good learning opportunity as well for everyone, myself included, to sit here and analyze my match. And like 20-something people voted yes. Please show us the match. And I was like, okay, but I had to pick which one, and I decided to pick this one, and you're gonna see it very, very shortly. So it's a legendary match, which shouldn't be surprising at this point. I am a tier 5 hunter, for anyone curious who may not know me. So it's a legendary match. We have area selection mode, and I do my usual bans, which are Seer, Priestess, and Mercenary, for anyone who also does not know. And then I turn to my corner, and I see my visceral nightmare. The map is Darkwoods. And I rush to the chat, and I panic about it, because this is actually the first Darkwoods rank match I have ever had. They added it a few weeks ago, and I never got it until now, and I'm freaking out about it because I don't know spawns. I don't know what I'm meant to do. I know there's 2 areas on Darkwoods that I absolutely vehemently dislike. But outside of that, I don't know. And I asked the chat, am I gonna be fine? Some people are saying, no, you're absolutely done for. Others are saying, nah, you'll be fine, Max. And it's like, I don't like these mixed answers. You guys are scaring me. But I tried to stay positive. And in my head, I was like, okay, let's just try to play this like any other normal match, and I'll be completely fine, right? I'm not feeling as confident as I usually am, but hey, let's give it a try. And they've got a double rescuer comp, journalist, and first officer, which should be good for me because they have decoding debuff, right? So we get to spawn selection, and I spawn middle left because I thought the prisoner would either be on the shack or the double-story swing tree. I don't know what that's called, but with the trees that you can like swing from. And I was right, he was in shack. It wouldn't have mattered because where I put myself, I could walk to either one. I wouldn't have wanted to chase him if he was by the trees because I do not like that area at all. But it doesn't even matter because you're gonna see my very first mistake play out in the first chase. And I'm thinking, as I'm editing this, I want to put on the screen all my mistakes in a list as we go along so that by the end of it, you can see how many mistakes there were total. So I think that that's what I'm gonna do. So, as this procedure, I walk over, I try to find him. I actually walk into the building because if he's upstairs, I want to know, but then I see him pre-drop the pallet. So I vault the window to cut that off for him, forcing him to go around the other way, which he does, and you can see him there. This first mirror that I place, very lazy, but it got the job done. It got my first hit. Except it didn't. Forcing me to take a normal hit. Now my first mistake is missing that mirror. My second mistake is that I took so long to walk over to him, which gave him so much distance to get closer to the shack. I should have done a charged hit to try and cut him off or something, but I didn't do that. This second mirror placed way far out. It was also a miss, and even further than that, I again do not charged hit, so I did not get a hit at all. Even when he does run towards my mirror body. And then when I did charged hit, I forget that Blood Queen's charged hit has absolutely no direction to it, so it doesn't even hit. I got lucky to hit him through the pallet. I kind of predicted he would try to trap me in a not pallet stun, but try to force me to break it or walk around. So I took the chance, and it worked, thankfully. And now I place him by first officer's cipher, which is a really good thing. This is what I should do. And then I mirror, and I try to stop the journalist from decoding her cipher, but her cipher simply got too much progress. And I don't I'm not able to prevent the cipher from being done, which is very bad. But I do get the hit on her, and then I fail to stuff the rescue, which is okay. I failed to hit the first officer, which is not okay, and then the prisoner makes it to the dreaded area that I was telling you guys about earlier, the trees. It's so bad. It's so easy for survivors to loop, especially if they have like traits and stuff that allow them to have speed boosts. It's very bad. And then he walks over here, and another mistake now you're gonna notice is that I vehemently refuse to use my mirror or my blank. This segment did not have to last this long, but it did, because I refused on all levels to use my resources, which is really bad. I should have thrown down a mirror way sooner, and I just didn't. And that's my bad, and that's why this chase lasted so long. And by this point, first officer, little girl, and journalist have all done a cipher each and are working on new ones, and I decide to teleport over. Which is my next mistake. I should not have done that. I should have camped the prisoner, because even if they managed to get that cipher primed, I could potentially stuff the rescue and stop him from getting rescued and then have a 3-person endgame. But I chose to teleport over to stop the cipher from being done, and it led to the prisoner being rescued, now making this a 4-person endgame. First officer has wanted order. I don't have my mirror. I disconnect the connection, which is all good and all. But his pocket watch confused me today. It usually doesn't. Usually I'm quite good at predicting where he is, but this first officer was doing a good job confuzzling me. And then I hit the chair, and this is like really bad for my game. And it only gets worse from here, because I don't get this hit. Okay, I'm confused now, sorry. This little girl gets out of my mirror range, and by this point that's another wasted mirror now. And it's just really not looking good for me anymore. And I can see in the distance they've started a whole new cipher, and they're trying to rush this one as well. And my teleport comes off cooldown soon, but it doesn't matter, because they are going to pop one of these 2 ciphers. They're too far away from each other for me to camp efficiently, and they're healing as well. So if I don't get an elimination, then I have a 4-person endgame on my hands. And that is definitely not foreshadowing. Luca tries to stun, but I drop the journalist so it doesn't go through. By this point, both the prisoner and the first officer are here, and I again hit the first officer. Journalist comes off of chair. I try to pursue her with another mirror that gets wasted. And then I see the prisoner in my sight, the full health prisoner. I break the connection, and then I go after the full health prisoner, and I don't understand why I did this. But I think they had voice kill or something, because I break the pallet, and then the prisoner must have told them or something to pop the cipher, or maybe it was a convenient accident, I don't know. This mirror, it happens. I don't have a justification for it, it just happens, and it's okay. He flywheels, but he doesn't have his stun, so it gets, he gets downed. And then I don't take the elimination, I get greedy and I go to the gate. I can't fathom why I did this, but I did. And journalist with her palette illusions, I try to hit her, but I'm a little clumsy with it. And I end up hitting the Orpheus instead, and she gets distance, and I go back to the gate thinking someone's there, no one's there, so I go back to journalist, which is okay. Mirror swap allows me to do that, but journalist by this point has made so much distance from me. And then I don't know, I'm just convinced so heavily that they've gone back to that gate and I'm mirror to again, which is my last mistake, because no one's there. I should have mirrored to the other gate. And I started to get really tense at this point because I'm stressing out and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Where are they? Where are they? I know where they are because one of them's got crows by this point. And I see in my sight, they've got the gate open. Journalist is right there. Little girl does her page thing. And that's a 4-man escape for them. There were multiple opportunities where I could have had eliminations and I threw them away. And that is why I lost.